I'm get stabbed in that. Holly Grove, my habitat. Wish I could bring rabbit back. 100 shots come after that.
So what comes after that? So today I was listening to the radio and to the Al Sharpton, Keeping It Real. And they were talking about the debate between presidential candidates, Hillary Clinton and presidential candidate Donald Trump. And they were saying that Donald Trump needs the black vote. So, I need all of the politicians and people in authority that work in that area, all the lobbyists, all the stuff we learned about in social studies about the people who help make the government rules and get stuff on the ballot to get voted for, to come up with a black beneficial agenda. So my thing is, everybody needs to work to eat. And in 2009, when President Clinton was in office, he made it where people could only stay on welfare for, 33 months or 66 months or something like that. Anyway, it's not that long, where before it was like until you're 18 or as long as you live in the house with somebody who has a case. So I don't think that welfare is going to help people. It just enables us. But I need somebody to come up with a black agenda. And we need the black men, they need their records expunged. And they need more opportunities. And we need to put more money in the black community. And just like we have job training and stuff, there needs to be home training, like don't throw trash on the ground, and what are your options besides drinking alcohol and using drugs? Because some of these young guys think that using drugs is a lifestyle, it's a hobby, and they're going to use drugs. So I think that drugs keep some people from working. They get high and they don't want to work, and they just want to lay down and watch TV and lay around the house and stuff. So I think it needs to be like some kind of something to train people, these mothers out here, to train their kids. Like, you have to get out the house and work at a certain age. And I don't think that a person should have a job if they're not properly trained. That's first. And there definitely needs to be job training in my community. I do see a lot of job training. We have CityLink, and that was sponsored by a lot of churches in the city where I live. And they help people get their GED or get them job training, computer training. Cincinnati Works, to help you build your resume and know how to do an interview. And Cincinnati Cooks, for people who like to cook in the culinary industry. And those are definitely job training activities, but we need more, and I think it should be incorporated in the school system. At my child's school, they are definitely putting them on co-ops and job experience programs, so that when they graduate, they will be ready for a job or be trying to get a job or something. So I think that somebody needs to come up with a black agenda on how we can stay on top, get on top, stay independent, so that we're not dependent on the system. I think that welfare is definitely fine, and they do have classes for some of the mothers that having babies and they want assistance. They have to go through so many classes, and I think that's cool, but I think it needs to be more. When they release these guys from prison, there is only like the Urban League and United Way and so many limited programs for these gentlemen who are getting released from prison, and they don't know what to do besides go back to what they know, because they need money in their pocket. So I just think it needs to be a bigger economy. Grants and funding and scholarships and stuff like that. I think that's what the welfare should be. And I think that the participants should have to write an essay, or either whatever they do, perform that duty in a manner to receive those benefits. Because just knowing that if you have a baby you will get a check, then a lot of women are encouraged to have babies so that they can support themselves and the baby, and really just itself, because at the end of the day, you know, there's a lot of hair weave and a lot of fingernails and stuff in the hood. So I don't think that all of the money is going to the child. So I just think that it needs to be a black agenda. What do we want in this country? What do we want for Donald Trump to do? And if we do vote for him, you know, what is he gonna give us? And it needs to be also some kind of way that he can be held accountable to make sure that he does what he says he's gonna do. And I just think there needs to be a black agenda. And if anybody else watching this video can think of something that black people need and are willing to make a video, please do. I think that the reason that some black people don't have stuff is because they don't have money. And the reason they don't have money is because they don't have education, or they mental disorders and things like that. But I just think that we can do better as black people. I try. And I think everybody else should try, and it's all good. So I just don't think that handouts are going to help this generation, because they don't respect nobody, they don't respect nothing, and there needs to be stricter gun laws as far as how these kids are getting guns in their hands, because I don't think that children should have guns. 15, 13, they shouldn't have guns. People shouldn't have guns just to shoot, and they don't know how to shoot, and they shooting themselves. And they end up in jail, and they end up losing their childhood and all that, because they done shot and killed somebody, and they may not even understand the extent of killing another human being. So the black agenda definitely needs to be cracked down on drugs, which America is built off of. So it needs to start at the head, at the top. That's part of the black agenda. What is being done to us. You know, we don't have no farms. I know I don't have a farm. I have a farm. I'm not growing no crack, no poppy seeds, nothing. All this stuff is being flown overseas. I don't know any black person personally who is flying drugs from Mexico or from Asia or from wherever. So I think that we need to come up with a black agenda. What do you think black people need? We need to speak out. We need to let Donald Trump know. We need to let Hillary Clinton know what it is we need. We need health care. Why are we sick? Because we ain't taking care of ourselves, because we weren't properly educated. I think if a person doesn't take their baby to the doctor, they don't deserve to have their children. Because the doctor has information that we don't have, and maybe a lot of black people don't read. So if they don't read, they need to be around somebody who is reading to let them know the things that are beneficial for them, for their children. This generation, these 18, 20-year-olds, 25-year-olds, they don't care. And they'll tell you, like, I don't care, or I don't give a F. And that's really not cool. And when I get a chance to have a conversation with the youth, I do explain to them and let them know, like, you can work, and you can work at any job that you want to. If you know, young black people, if you want to be a policeman, if you want to be a fireman, if you want to be a president, whatever you want to be, you can do it. Fill out those applications. Get your resume together. You can do it. Don't let it be like, oh, it's only white people that's policemen. It's only white people that can do this, or white people that can do that. No, you can have any job you want to. So I think just because we made a mistake or because somebody made a mistake, they got a felony or misdemeanors. I heard also on the radio today too, and I don't know how credible it is, but I will share that it's a lot of people that are police officers that have misdemeanors. So I think if a person don't have direct access to the big drug, like if they got 20 ounces of weed, I guess, it shouldn't be as strict as a person who has 100 ounces of marijuana, which I don't even know what that is, but that should be incorporated. The more drugs you have, the stricter the law is. If you don't have that much, you just, not a slap on the wrist, but work detail or co-op it somewhere in somebody's office, because a lot of these guys is talented. A lot of these young women are talented, but they out here taking chances because they ain't got no money, and they tired of not having money. So I think that we can do it, and I think there needs to be a black agenda. What do you think?